You are the Everchosen. The Chaos Gods call you to action, mighty champion. Their lust for ruin must be sated. You shall go into the lands of the mortals to spread fear and destruction. The Norse tribes to the west shall fall easily before you. Bind those willing to join your cause, and slay the rest. Further to the south lie the nations of men. They will resist your advance, and for good reason. You will bring them annihilation, mighty lord. Devour the mortal souls to bring the favor of the Chaos Gods. March forth and spread oblivion in their name.
Hello! Monsters Abound here with a brand new campaign and proof that democracy doesn't work. Because I gave people the option. A lot of options. I put Warriors of Chaos in there for a laugh. Anyway, turns out we're playing Warriors of Chaos. So I've picked the glowing-headed little... Look at his little glowing heads. It's like a nightlight. What's going on there? Like, my god, stop polishing your helmet, mate. It's showing, alright? Christ. Anyway, new campaign as Warriors of Chaos, because why not, hey? Why not? Now, it should be said that in a desperate attempt to make this campaign not fucking awful, I've hopped on Great Book of Grudges workshop collection of Chaos mods, and so we're using that. So we're going to see if that can make things any better. I'll put a link to the description if I remember. I'll forget. Someone remind me. And so we're going to try... Is that... Do you normally stop at 30? I feel like it's not normal. That's not... Probably not. It's probably fine. Anyway, so we've got a whole bunch of other things. Technologies. There's a lot more technologies there. This looks more complicated than the London Underground map. I have no fucking idea what's going on here. Everything is just, there's lines everywhere. Lines and lines and lines. Who knows where they go? No one. I have no idea. I also have these texts here, which you can get once you sort of like collected most of the others. And these will give you nice big bonuses to various little bits. Look at that. Unholy Resilience. Entities cannot die. Holy shit. That's pretty fucking good. And all that kind of good stuff. But it will reduce your research rates. Obviously, you don't want to get those too early. Obviously, that would be quite bad. You probably want to try and get all the other texts you want. We've also got things like Chaos Dwarves. If we go here and then here. There we go. So, look, Hobgoblins and Chaos Dwarves and all that kind of shit. So that might be quite fun. It should be said that we can't get a Chaos Dragon, despite the fact there's a building there. And the reason for that is because the fucking building browser is so wide, it doesn't actually fit on the entire screen. So I can't actually... That's something I've tested. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of other changes as well. Things like you don't need movement to encamp, which of course is very nice, because trying to work out how far to move every turn is a fucking nightmare. And that you can encamp after you've raised somewhere. That's quite a nice bonus. Of course, Beastmen have that. I think all Horde factions should at least be able to encamp after they've raised something. To start off with, we're going to go Scrutiny. No. Path to Ruination. That's what we're going for first. That'll be scrutinised. Get the fuck out of here. And we're probably going to go and hit the Bearsenlings camp first for no particular reason, just because they seem to be like in the path. We could awaken a Norse faction, but of course, if you awaken too many of them, they will go to war and... then you end up fighting each other rather... Oh, fuck's sake. Like you know... This is one of the reasons the Warriors of Chaos are so bad. Path to Ruination, casualty replenishment rate, and Horde growth, of course, always very nice. We're just going to go straight on. Hit the Bearsenlings camp. Yes, we're going to declare war. Get in there, you shiny-headed little shits. Right. Gerkis Alderbrand. He's going to be the first to fall in this brand new campaign with a brand new campaign battle smell. Yeah, for those guys. New campaign. New campaign battle smell. Could just be the Chaos Spawn though. Who knows? There's Archaon in front there. Leaving a trail to strike. He's trying to cast a fireball, but he's trying to cast a fireball and then everyone sort of like goes past him. And he can't then see, and he's, oh, I can't cast a fireball in the back of us, and then Chaos Spawn boss him out of the way. I mean, this is what it's like to be the Everchosen, just completely forgotten by everyone. It's like, oh, guys, wait! Fucking wait up, guys! Wait up! It must be really dangerous to be walking around and have fires. I mean, you couldn't go to bed, could you? Unless you're literally immune to fire. Because, you know, as soon as you put your feet up, whoomp, up it goes. You're just a risk, unless you have like a foot bath. So you can dunk your feet in. Anyway, the point is, we're up against a small garrison. We've got some more champions here. We can chucking fireballs at them because fireballs, you know, pretty good at carving their way through units like this, especially on this sort of like plain-like battlefield, one of the classic Warhammer Total War battlefields. Literally nothing. No elevation. It's perfectly flat. Maybe the pH, who knows, but with some trees dotted around. That's it. That's all you get. Trees, some trees, and that's it. Some axes being thrown. As is tradition, it's the formal greeting of the Norscan warrior. And while our Norskins meet their Norskins in mortal combat, we're losing. Our Chaos Warriors, on the other hand, should be made of sterner stuff. Our Chaos Spawn should do quite well as well. And of course, Archaon is an absolute... I mean, as much fun as I make of him having a shiny helmet... He polishes it too much, I tell you. And flamey feet. He is a badass. At least in Total War Warhammer anyway. I mean, lore-wise, he's a total fucking goon. He has... I mean, he's... What personality he has... And that's stretching it, to be honest. He doesn't really have a personality. He's just angry chaos guy. That's it. That's all he's got. Like Malekith is always, you know, he's given the snide shade, isn't he? Archaon, he's just grumpy, and not even in a cool way like Grimgor. He's just a bit of a prick. This shiny metal. I mean, how does he get through doorways? He doesn't. He'll just keep banging his head on there. You know, the entire room will light up because of his fucking helmet, and then everything's on fire because of his feet. You wouldn't want to invite him to a party. You're fucking useless. Just like me. Except at least I'm useless in a, you know, in a non-threatening way. Archaon would start a fight, and then he'd set fire to everything. And not on purpose. Well. So the Chaos Warhounds getting right in the back of... I do like my doggos. The doggos are good boys. Unlike Archaon, he's a goon. Well, that was easy. And here's some more options. So we can awaken the tribe, or we can raise for Khorne, Slannesh, Tzeentch, or Nurgle. And we will get a mark of one of the gods for doing just that. I am going to go, obviously, Nurgle. And a Wand of Jets. That's actually pretty legit good. That's a nice little item to start off with. We can immediately encamp, and we can pop this Mark of Nurgle on any... Now, we've got upgrade units mods. All the mods will be in the description if I remember to put them on there. And we can put a Mark of Nurgle on a Chaos. Put Chosen, it needs 2 marks, so we need to raise 2 settlements. Also, you can get them through events and stuff like that. But you also have upgrades. So, for example, we can upgrade to Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Alternatively, to Chaos Warriors. Basically, you can do that with any unit that... Is it just Chosen Halbards, Aspiring Champ? Right, so you can upgrade to different things. You can also upgrade them to entirely different units for like Forsaken. I think, like, yeah, so like rank 4, rank 5 can be Aspiring Champions. Chaos Spawn at rank 6. Alternatively, Chosen at rank 7. Of course, and they start at 0 rank, I think, and then you can upgrade them again. So that's just a way of sort of upgrading units. So, for example, if you had Dark Shards, you could give them shields, rather than having to sack the guys who don't have shields to recruit ones who do. But then, you know, shield training, that doesn't grow on trees. So let's get... I think I'm going to go with the Warband of Chaos straight off the back. I'm tempted to get red of the Tribal Relic. The only problem is, early on, Chaos Warriors do have a bit of a problem in that they are deadbeat slow. So slow. And if you're fighting lots of missile units, hunting them down is a fucking nightmare. So obviously Archaon gets some really good shit. So for example, the Slayer of Kings, the Armour of Morcar, the Eye of Sherian, keeps talking about the eye for some reason. The Crown of Domination, minus upkeep reduction for... Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty legit. And a big old Chaos Stallion thingy jig that is not a pony. We're going to start with Root Marcher because I want Tribes of Chaos, which is going to increase our growth. No, it's a really good idea, actually, because, I say, one of the things you really do struggle with early on is growth. And also missile units. Say, deadbeat slow, you have to chase after them, it's a pain in the ass. More money for raising settlements does sound pretty good. That does sound pretty good, because, you know... I think I'm going to go for that. Why do I need to do that? I need scrutiny... Okay, we get scrutiny of the Dark Gods. Oh, I see, then we need all of these. And that's going to give research rate. But then I can just get that one for some reason. These lines don't seem to make a huge amount of sense, but I'm just going to go with it. Sure, whatever. We'll just click buttons. I guess much like Chaos, you know. Do we really know where the lines lead? Probably not. So having started our rampage. Okay, well. That's going to move on. We're going to go... Oh, hello.
A step too far.
Is it though?
The storm of chaos gathers.
I like my... I'm just going to do something like that. Maybe get another Marauder. They're good to throw away. There's a tech that makes them expendable. And to be honest, they should really start with that because they are very fucking... Oh! Oh, he's coming for it. And he's got lots of hunters. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare to deal with. And some familiar warriors. I really like javelins. I don't know what it is about throwing big sticks at people, but I just find it really... It speaks to something in my soul, and it says throwing sticks at people and then like sticking in their heads is really fucking funny. And as such, I'm fully in favour of all javelins of all types being thrown at the back of people's heads. It's legitimately quite funny, or the front of people's heads. There's nothing not funny about it. When someone goes down with a ruddy great javelin embedded in their skull, it genuinely tickles me. Anyway. So as our Norskans meet their Norskans and inevitably start losing the combats, at least our Chaos Warriors have shields, that's something. We have our Warhounds coming in from behind. Now, the javelins are actually better than our Warhounds, and as such, they will start winning this combat after a little while, after the charge bonus wears off, basically. But it will mean they're locked in combat, not throwing sticks at us, despite how funny that may be. And our horses are also coming in. There we go, taking out those javelin units. Love, and throwing javelins at the same time. You know, killing enemy javelin units and then throwing javelins themselves. Is there nothing more perfect than that? And the answer is, of course, no. And of course, our Chaos Warriors should be doing very well against the Marauders. Of course, one of the nice things about the Warriors of Chaos Army in Warhammer was the fact that you could literally make a very, very expensive army with about 3 boxes of Chaos Warriors because they were ludicrously expensive. We have our Chosen with great weapons here, who will be chonking their way through literally everything, due to their ridiculous fucking stats. 53 melee attack, 46 melee defense, and 50 weapon strength, along with armor piercing, which makes them absolute beasts in melee combat. Some of the most potent units in the entire game. Our doggos running down any units that they can find. The Norse can seem to be very resilient to breaking. I mean, most of their army has been absolutely murdered, and they're still going. Warhounds coming in from behind. Well, the nice things about Warhounds is they're so fast. You can get them all out. They can just be all up in everyone's shit. Legitimately one of my favourite units, the doggos. Drika's doggos all the more so because she makes them super fucking powerful. They are very good boys. These guys, they're just, you know, they're good boys. They're not very good boys. They're nomming on some Norscan heads. Om nom nom nom. Tasty! Battle still rages, and the Marauder Spears actually got 69 kills. Nice. Slannesh will be pleased. How they're still fighting, fuck knows. They've got halberdiers in them. There's Chaos Spawn, and they're still just going for it. And there they go. Finally, they're routing. Jesus, good grief! They held on to the very last. We've got Archaon the Everchosen fighting a Marauder Chieftain here. And he's now running away. Is the enemy army broken? It does look like it's broken. Thank God for that. That was... God, they took a right thrashing, they did, didn't they? Well, that was satisfactory for the most part. Sent them scurrying back. Got a little level, which we're going to put into the Tribes of Chaos. Okay, but also maybe just go in that direction. Can I just force to resolve that one? Yeah, there we go. Let's awaken. Let's awaken these guys. Because that faction's then dead. And if we have one lot of Norscans maybe doing some stuff, that'll be useful, maybe? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's get some bog standard Norscans to do our dirty work, and we can then sort of like start beating up Kislev. Or maybe the Dwarves. Kislev Dwarves. Kislev Dwarves. I don't like short people. On the other hand, are you at war with the Dwarves? Because I'd like a Skaven, because if I could get Skaven to backfill for me. Ah, fuck it, let's go and kill some Dwarves. Let's squish some Dwarfs.
Do you take me for a wizard?
I do. Oh, so this is the legendary lord for this faction.
For chaos.
I wonder what trait he's going to give us. I guess let's find out. Now, obviously, until we kind of get rolling, we will only have one army. In fact, I mean, having more than like 3 armies is very tricky as Chaos, in my opinion.
I am the chosen of the gods.
Yeah, I know.
The slaughterer.
I mean, I can't help but feel hailing yourself, a little bit conceited. Archaon awkwardly making his way through his marauders. Excuse me, pardon me. Could I just proving once and for all that he is British? Can I just... Thank you. And that's it. Then fireball, as is tradition. Now, dwarves. Was it a good idea to pick on dwarves? The dwarves can be a real tough nut to crack early on. Because they're going to have shit tons of armour, and we don't have much armour piercing. These guys, they're very garish, aren't they? That's a very brave green. I'm not sure I could pull it off, but I think these guys do. This is the new legendary lord guy. He's got some unique units. They actually look pretty legit. Cool. Or look at these guys, the Huskarls. Huskarls? Huskarls. Look at these. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Behold how cool they look. Fucking legit. Love them. Really like them. So we're going to move forward with our main army, engage, and then we're going to move around from behind, try and pick off the Quarrelers. Of course, the problem with Dwarf Quarrelers is that they are quite nasty in melee combats. So, good luck, I guess. Although what we can do is just throw pointy sticks at the short people. Obviously, don't do this in real life, right? If you start throwing pointy sticks at short people and say Monsters Abound told you to do it, right? That will not hold up in court. I've tried it, trust me. You will get a suspended sentence. Although it is legit quite funny. Look at their little faces with a javelin embedded in them. Hilarious. Here comes the army and the Chaos Spawn. Oh, there we go. Chaos Spawn, of course, not bad. They're not armor piercing, but they're not bad. I mean, we have the Chosen with great weapons. They are armor piercing. They will do very well against dwarf units. The Marauders, not so much. The Chaos Warriors, again, not really. I mean, their weapon strength isn't bad, but they don't have any of that armor piercing. Chaos Warhounds slamming into the back of those units, and they will be racking up some damage. On the other hand, they're also getting absolutely fucking torn to shreds. The Huskarls. Yeah, the Huskarls. There they go. They are doing very well. They're not armor piercing. They are anti-large, which of course for a dwarf is basically anyone. However, they are surrounded. They are going down. They have... What's this? Is it... They've got rage. Oof. So they're going to be doing... Oh no, so the Huskarls. They do have armor piercing. My bad. They do have armor piercing. And they've also can throw axes, which are armor piercing. So these guys are actually quite nasty. They're very dangerous. Must have been looking at a different unit there. I was looking at the Slayers, wasn't I? Wrong unit. Huskarls. There we go. Yeah, they're mean. They're very mean. The Quarrelers, yeah, can fight off a horde of ravenous doggos, although they will struggle to do that, and it will keep them busy, which is the main thing. I mean, the problem with fighting dwarves is it does turn into a bit of a grind fest, especially if you don't have that armor piercing. However, it's a grind fest that we can... That's right, we can grind with the best of them, baby. And grind we shall. Well, you can never shame your ancestors if you're grinding. Good hard grind. Archaon taking on the enemy general. The enemy general is surrounded by more Chaos Warriors, so he's having a bad time. Archaon, of course, is just having a nice easy time. Vograd Cromson. I mean, come on, Archaon, pick on someone your own size. Like a Chaos Troll or something. Now, the enemy general is fleeing. Should be fairly easy to cut down. Just the Slayers to deal with, because of course they are unbreakable. And will need to be wiped out. That was fine. That was pretty satisfactory. Did that nicely. Let's go another one for Nurgle. Cracked Drak, the last Dwarven King in the North, is defeated. Nothing bad can ever come from this. So we get 2 Winds of Magic. I mean, that's not amazing. More melee attack, less melee defense, and Chaos Corruption. I mean, Chaos Corruption is not necessarily the worst thing. It's not a great... Wait, what? No, it stacks. So... We should really, like, wait until he pops back up, right? Maybe we don't kill him. Maybe we just leave him and then hope he comes back. I might do that, actually, because, you know, that could be quite fun. Right, we'll get Tribes of Chaos. More growth, which is fine. We could get the tribe. That would give us... Do we want that? Or do we save? Do we save? I would need 4 growth, but if I wait for the Unholy Legion... So, I mean, we can't actually see the dragon because it's too wide. They maybe should have stacked something. Or maybe it's because of my resolution, but... I don't know. But we got, like, Infernal Guard, Fireglaive. That sounds fun. So can we... Chaos Law. Oh, hello. So there's Chaos Dwarfs, Bull Centaurs. Well, holy shit. Azalax the Defiler, Slannesh Master Sorcerer. Strykar the Snortveneer. Disciple of... So, Morgoth the All-Seer. Arbaal the Undefeated. Why are they purple? And these guys just... Not sure. Azrock the Fireforged. Okay. The Ashen. Okay. Oh, I mean... Fuck me. Spoiled for fucking choice. Plus, a greater demons. Hello. Hello, boys and girls. Now we're talking. Okay, this campaign's looking up. Holy shit. Well... God, I mean, some people would say yes, but it's really hard for me to really nail that down. I mean, I couldn't call myself a god, but I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who would worship me if given half the chance. I don't think it's conceited to say that. Lemire has been conquered. Right, you've got doors. I'm just going to leave you through your own... You know what? I might be back. I'm tempted to wait for him to respawn, to be honest. But that would probably take a few turns. Maybe we just go to Voltsgrad and kick the shit out of them instead. Or maybe go... I mean, how much are we going to get for raising Crackadrak? Doesn't actually tell us. What to do? What to do? You know what? Let's just go over here. We'll have a little sit down. We'll have a little think. We'll think about what we've done. Obviously killing a lot of people. Are they going to hop back to Crackadrak, do we think? I think yes. You know what? If this campaign doesn't last very long... Excuse... Hello? Hello, sir? Son of a... Right, well, I guess we're heading this way then. You absolute little shit. Honestly, having friends, it's so hard.
Never stop. The storm of chaos gathers.
So we get 9 growth a turn, we've got 3 growth. I think I probably want to upgrade this AS, because this gives us big upkeep and also reduction, or rather growth income, which is nice. Getting Chaos Knights early is probably a good idea, right? Because Archaon's all about his Chaos Knights, plus it's going to give us some ability which we don't currently have. So that would be nice. Is there anything that's going to give us extra growth? I don't think there is. I mean, getting the Chaos Warriors early, probably a good idea. I would like to maybe go Chaos Dwarfs. That sounds quite fun. Should probably go Chaos Dwarfs, right? I mean, it'd be silly not to, right? It'd be silly not to. I think we're gonna go for the main building first. Get that upkeep reduction. Get that extra growth. That I think is probably the best plan. Necro Hellebron controls Grond. Good for her. Well done. Pat on the back there. The Farlings and the Varg have gone to war, which is fine. Are we really heading in this direction? Looks like we are. Does it?
Let the bells
Non-aggression pact? Okay, we got the old Skaven on side. This could be good. This could be good. We got 2 marks, so we can go Chosen and we can go upgrades. Bosh. So now they have a swarm of flies, which means everyone around them has less melee attack. They also have the Mark of Nurgle, which reduces their speed, so it will make them a lot slower. But wait, is that them? Or yeah, no. So they're slower, but have perfect vigor, which is pretty big. They also have regeneration, which is, you know, pretty useful. But they are slower, 30% slower. They've already got a speed of 28. They're going to be shambling, which is very Nurgle. Oh, they're throwing it. Oh, and you've popped back. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, this is rather cool. because our Chosen with great weapons, not only are some of them armed with scythes, which is legit awesome, but they also look different. They actually look plaguey. Look at them. Look at them go. What a nice touch. They do have a speed of 20 though, so that's quite slow. Yeah, that's I mean, they're basically just walking everywhere, which is very Nurgle, to be honest. But as I say, they do reduce melee attack. They do have the perfect vigor and regeneration. So that's good. I mean, they're going to be very hard to take down as long as you don't kite them. And the army arrayed against us is actually quite a nasty one, because it's very suited to killing Chaos Warriors. There are Dwarves with great weapons. Those guys, of course, are armor piercing. Quite a few units of those, in fact. Miners, armor piercing. There's these Ogre Blades. What the fuck are they? Got Frenzy and Regeneration. Holy shit, really? Master Rune of Ogre Three Fingers. Well, screw me sideways. I mean, that just seems brutal. So this is going to be tough. And of course they've got a lot of Quarrelers. And Quarrelers are great weapons. Now they're really trying to take apart our unit of Chosen. Really just throwing everything they've got at them. And this is kind of the weakness of the Mark of Nurgle, in that we're just going to have to sit there and take it. But that's what Nurgle's about. Nurgle's about sitting there and taking it. And we've attacked these Quarrelers, but they've got great weapons, which means they're actually going to do a lot of damage to our Horsemasters, which is not great. We're throwing in the doggos to try and slow down the missile fire a little bit, but there's a lot of Dwarves here. Now, our Chosen are in combat, and they're going to start wailing away and really taking out these Dwarves. They are very suited to can opening these heavily armoured dwarf boys. The only problem being that, of course, we can get easily shot up on the flank there, which is not ideal. Elsewhere, our Marauders are getting absolutely torn to shreds, and our Chaos Warriors doing their best to stem the tide. It's just there's a lot of... I mean, are we outnumbered here? Yeah, a little bit, but you can see our numbers dropping very rapidly. A lot of this is, of course, the doggos, who have been utterly and totally routed from taking... The Quarrelers just kick the shit out of them, no problem. So we're gonna, the Horsemasters coming around, also just horsemen, not Horsemasters, but we're gonna try and take out this unit of Quarrelers. We're just chucking sharp sticks at their heads. Nice little hit there. Need to take them out. We need to, basically, I think attacking multiple units was a bad idea. We need to hit one unit at a time. That's what we need to do. Where is my choke? They're up to 59 kills. Not bad. And regenerating rapidly. Once they get into melee combat, they will just sit there and chop their way through literally everything, especially with that perfect vigor. Because as the Dwarves get tired, they will lose their combat stats, whereas our Chosen will just never get tired. They will always have their maximum stats, which means in combat, they're just going to chonk their way through everything. There's the enemy general. He needs to be dealt with. God, this battle is just grindy as shit. And it's not going... We're losing about the same number. Admittedly, a lot of that was the doggos. We're now using all of our fast-moving units to wipe out one unit at a time. So knocking out one unit of Quarrelers at a time, moving around, get the attention of more, and then knocking them out. The Quarrelers are running low on ammunition, though. See our Chosen taking a lot of damage, but up to 127 kills and climbing. That perfect vigor is just so good, because units get tired very quickly in combat. So you can see these miners now exhausted. Their stats will be absolute garbage. Plus, of course, we debuff melee attack, and also the poison is also going to have an effect. It reduces their weapon strength, armor piercing, all that kind of good stuff. So that's going to be a real pain for them. So the Nurglite Chosen, lots of ways to just be very tanky. They reduce the stats on the enemy units, they have regeneration, they have perfect vigor. It's a nice little mixture, package of little skills that's just going to make them very, very killy, even as the battle goes on. In fact, even as the battle goes on, they're going to be even more killy because the units they're in combat with are going to get tired, whereas they are just going to be fresh as a daisy. The dwarves are slowly going down. A little fireball there from Archaon. He may be a goon, but he's got fireballs, so there's that. Quarrelers, a couple of units of Quarrelers being overrun, being knocked out. Enemy Quarrelers are starting to run low on ammunition. I mean, they've killed a lot, but they are starting to run low on ammunition. I don't think these dwarves have actually killed very many. It's mostly the Quarrelers. Yeah. Those Quarrelers have been very nasty. That's what we need Chaos Knights for. Chaos Knights would help, right? Yeah, that's what we need. Chaos Knights. 212 kills on the Chosen. Just continuing. I mean, they've lost a lot of their unit. They're down to about half strength, really. But that regeneration just keeping them in the game. They're just doing it. Big pile of dead bodies around them. Meanwhile, elsewhere, the Chaos Spawn out on the flank. We've got, the mutually assured destruction here as the Dwarf Warriors and the Chaos Warriors just brutally grind each other down. We have better stats, but they have the armor piercing. However, it looks like we have the upper hands. The unit is starting to rout there. 274 kills on the Chosen, and Archaon finally getting in, attacking Thograd Cromson. Need to take him out. I feel like the Chosen like his bodyguard. Just keeping the dwarves off his back, and doing it very well. Look at that. Look at the number of kills they're getting. Holy shit. They've just stood their ground, done exactly what Nurgle Chaos Warriors should do. Outlasted their enemy. This is why I can't wait to play Nurgle in Warhammer 3. Okay, we've got a big rout happening. I say a big rout. Of course, there's not many dwarves left to flee, but there we go. Meanwhile, we've managed to lock a lot of these Quarrelers in combat with our fast-moving units. They may be dying, but that's okay, because here comes the cavalry. Not actually cavalry, though, just infantry. Crashing into the back. The Chaos Spawn getting in there as well. Lots. Yeah, there we go. You can see these units starting to flee. Chosen dealing with these last Dwarf Warriors. 345 kills on them. And that's from just sitting there and cutting their way through them. Nice. I like it. Although, looks like Archaons actually might be losing this fight. Which is when the Chosen come back to help out. And there we go. That's turned the tide of battle in Archaon's favour. It's not cheating, it's effective use of game mechanics. The enemy lord is wounded, and the last few units are being either killed or routed. A victory, but that was tough. That was way tougher than I thought it would be. Well, our Nurglite Chosen may be slow, but fuck me, when they get to the battle, look out. That was a mutually assured destruction. Bastion Bestids. Defeated again. I mean, +8 melee attack seems fine. Yeesh. How's that going to work? You know what? I might just do that for a turn. Just get some more boys to soak up.
Stop that.
I will bloody not, because I reckon I can probably get more boys than you can in that amount of time. I would hope. Maybe. What's the Chaos Corruption like? It is going up, so there is that. And also Krakadrak is toast, so you're probably going to recruit miners and not quarrelers, which is good, because those quarrelers are really mean. Very, very mean. So we're going to get a new army, but that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.